guess in that case, I'll move directly to the first item on the agenda for under general business because we can't approve the minutes and our secretary is absent. Item A is our annual CAB report presentation to the City Council General from the Government Committee. The deadline to submit is April 26th. Nathan, are you on the Government Committee, or do you know anybody else on the Government Committee? Because I know I'm not exactly on I'm on the Public Relations Committee. So, do you know anybody else on the Government Committee, or?
Yeah, I'm chair of public relations, so
Okay.
not too sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess in that case, I'm not exactly sure if you've got any information about their presentation or how it's going. If you want to share anything, Miss Tebbets.
I haven't talked to them yet, but I mean, I could reach out to them after.
I guess we can just reach out to them after and
Yeah.
and sort it out. But I guess neither of us are responsible for that. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I guess moving on to the second part of the agenda, it's the trust talks. So is there any information you had on that?
I don't know.
Because that's not our committee either. So
correct. So that's correct. So let's circle back for just a minute.
Yeah.
About the report that needs to be presented. And
hey, Erica.
Yes.
Before you do that, will you introduce yourself?
Oh.
And let them know who you are.
Okay, so my name is not Eleanor Tebbets. My name is Erica Simon. I am the new outreach analyst for Human Relations DEI. So you guys will kind of be seeing my face a little bit more. Just FYI.
Very sorry for that. I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. I just kind of started talking. But we do need to make sure that we see the presentation before it's presented to City Council. And so yes, follow up with them, but just let them know that they will also be receiving communication from us regarding when that needs to be submitted for our approval before it can go before City Council. Or the City Council committee, rather.
Perfect. That sounds good. We'll try to let them know. And past that, the second part of the agenda was the trust talks, the collegiate trust talks with the police department. I'm not involved in. I don't believe Nathan is either. So, do you have any other information on that, Miss Simon?
Fine. Yes, I do actually. So, we have done trust talks before with college and high school students with the chief of police. And so we would like to schedule another one that is tentatively scheduled for April 27th. We have reached out to different entities around the city. So once we get all of those details into place, you guys will get information about that, especially flyers and ways that the college students can participate in trust talks. So it's a very, I don't know, have you guys participated before?
No, we have not, no.
Okay. So it's a small session, closed session, a small number of students that get to have an intimate conversation with the chief of police and possibly Sheriff Kimbrough as well. And it's a way to build trust between young people and the police, obviously, okay? So as we get those details into place, we will certainly let you guys know so that you can spread the word throughout your circles and get people to sign up. They will have to register beforehand. And it's just a great way to establish a relationship with our local law enforcement, okay? So that will be on April 27th, and it'll be at Forsyth Tech. Okay, so just be looking for more information for that.
May I add something to that?
Absolutely, please.
If I may. So definitely a part of the trust talk is, of course, that week of April is Violence Prevention Week. And so a part of what we wanting to do with this, guys, is to ensure that we get our college students as well as our youth, our high school students involved in this trust talk with local law enforcement. So we definitely want you guys to be a part of it, to get involved as much as possible and get the word out to your peers.
Perfect. That sounds really good.
Yeah. And then also the other piece that I want to kind of chime in on, if I may, with the annual report. So Miss Erica and I will pull that information out, pull it out of the system from previous reports, take a look at that, and we want to edit that out, edit it down, send it to you guys as well, let you guys work on it also, so we could have one or two of you guys there to make the actual report in May. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys for your.
Okay, and then that covers both. Thank you so much for your input, both of you. Really appreciate that. I'll try to get the word out for the trust talks as well. And yeah, moving past that, we have item 5, which is staff reminders and information. Now, this is something that I'm sure, Nathan, you're more familiar with public relations. Item A under that is a spring newsletter. So do you have any updates regarding that? And I know you sent an email out, but anything else you can say?
Yeah, I got the letter from the chair. I also have one article from Kelly, and then I have an article coming. I think we probably need like 3 to 4 more articles from the members, so I might send a reminder. I'm not too sure when the deadline is. That's pretty much it.
Is that something you could clarify, Ms. Simon, for the deadline? Because I wasn't sure.
I don't want to give you a wrong date, so let me just say I will email you. And Nathan, that was me that sent you the format for the newsletter. So let me follow up and make sure, because I don't want to give you any wrong information, and I will get that to you tomorrow. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let me ask a clarifying question on that. So with your newsletter, is that quarterly?
It's every semester. Well, every like for the fall and the spring. So the fall one we already finished and made. The spring is just going to be, we're going to finish it by May. The last time since I was in with CAB last year, when we went and made the presentation to City Council, we also brought the letters and distributed our newsletters to members of City Council. So I'm not sure that's a similar. It's going to work the same way, but I guess in that kind of context, we'd just be distributing the letters and putting it in members of City Council's mailboxes early May.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Perfect.
Yeah. And moving past item A, item B under staff reminders and information is that April's Diversity Awareness Month and Fair Housing Month. Were there any events that either Nathan and I could be made aware of or tell other people about for us to get more involved? Did either of you guys know?
So absolutely. So for Cultural Diversity Month, or National Diversity Month, we have scheduled quite a bit through our department. And so if you guys can see your way to make it over during this month, that would be awesome. So this week we are featuring artwork with the theme of diversity in City Hall, as well as in the Bryce Stewart building, which is across the street. These are local artists, and they have set up their artwork this week. And so really beautiful pieces. So if you guys, think about it or want to come over and take a look at them, I encourage you to do so. During the week of April 17th through the 21st, which is next week, we will have different performances in City Hall. The Winston-Salem State Choir is going to perform. Speece Elementary Dancers will be performing. And we may also have a group from the Hispanic League to perform as well. And I will let you know of those exact dates. I don't have them in front of me. Then on the week of April 24th through the 28th. We will have food trucks in our parking lot. April 26th, we will have a Jamaican food truck. April 27th, we'll have a Mexican food truck. And April 28th, we'll have a Puerto Rican food truck. So I'm super excited about what we're doing here with that. We also have our Fair and Affordable Housing Summit. That's going to be held on April 25th at the Benton Convention Center. And it's a panel discussion and a lunch and a keynote speaker, all surrounding the efforts of making sure our citizens have access and understand what it means to be able to get affordable housing and fair housing. So those are the two events that we are have curated for the individual Diversity Awareness Month and Fair Housing Month. Dr. Christian, would you like to add on to that?
No, I think you're good there. Thank you, though.
Okay, guys, did you have any questions about those events? Or do you guys know of any events going on that would, especially with the diversity awareness?
You know, I mean, we have a very prominent intercultural center on campus, so we always have a lot of events going on. So
that's awesome.
Nothing probably on the scale of what you guys have in City Hall, but we also have food trucks and ways for people to get engaged. So I'll definitely spread the word out on campus as much as I can.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think we also hold, like, we probably have food trucks as well, but I'm not too sure if we have like big events and whatnot.
Good deal.
Perfect. Thank you both so much for the input again. Moving to our last item for discussion under staff reminders and information, it is item C, Juneteenth, the 7th of June, 2023, along with Pride Month coming as well in June, 6/24/23. So were there any more updates we had on that with regards to event? That'll be, of course, during the summer. So and any types of ways we can keep staying engaged with the community.
Right. Obviously, you guys, yes, if you are not local, then you will not be in the area, but that's just something to think about. Juneteenth is just the celebration of when the emancipation freed the slaves January 1st, but the last group of slaves did not get that information until June of that year. So that's why Juneteenth is celebrated. There's a festival that happens on that day that's in biotech and the park adjacent. And so it's performances and information and vendors and all of that wonderfulness. And then also Pride, which is happening that next Saturday, 6/24. Obviously, it is celebrating the LGBTQT, et cetera, community. I don't want to mess up those letters. And so, again, if you guys, knowing that you guys aren't necessarily local, but if you have classmates, please let them know. There will be flyers out here shortly about both of those events and how we're supporting those events. So it's more of a just spread the word kind of thing, FYI.
That sounds good. I also have been taking notes, so I should, because our secretary isn't here, I'll try to write as much as I can for our meeting minutes. And I think that those are all the items on the agenda. I just had one more final clarifying question for any future meetings, because I know more likely than not, most people will have summer plans, and the final presentation will be on May 8th. So in that case, would we assume this to be the last meeting for the spring?
I would make that assumption.
Okay.
There may be some quick meetings about your annual report presentation, but as far as a full body meeting, yes, I don't think we have another one scheduled.
Okay.
That is correct. If I may interject, that is correct.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Christian. I think in that case, we'll just let the people in the government committee know about the deadline for the CAB report and continue working in the newsletter to get that done by May 8th as well. and of course get involved as much as we can with all the events. But besides that, I think that's all our agenda has today. So if no one has any further questions, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Does anyone second?
I second that motion.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank
Thank you
you
very
too.
much as well. Take care.